Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, is it really worth taking on a challenge like 100 push-ups a day in order to build a bigger chest? And is it really worth changing the type of push-up you're doing in order to build a bigger chest as well? And the reason why these questions pop up is because I've been spending a lot of time scrolling through my feed on Instagram and TikTok, and I see a lot of the same thing. I see dudes that already have a built chest from exercising for 5 to 10 years, doing regular movements like a heavy bench press, heavy dumbbell press. And then I see them on camera grabbing their man titties, bouncing them up and down like this, and then showing like 6 different push-up variations and trying to sell that as a chest workout. And I get frustrated because I'm an educator, right? And I know for a fact they didn't get to the way they were from doing those push-ups. And I also know that nowadays, because of the algorithms on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, you have to put out content on a daily basis. And there's only so much you can do when it comes to workouts. Like, to build a big chest or a big back or a big leg, like, there's staple exercises. There's pull-ups, there's bent over rows, there's bench press, there's squats, there's deadlifts, and those will always be the exercises that work to get stronger. And all these other variations you're seeing lately is coming to fruition because people need content to post to keep up with algorithms. Like, that's literally what it is. And so there's a lot of confusion when it comes to building a big chest at home and doing these challenges like 100 reps a day for 30 days. And a lot of you guys who are just starting out or can only train at home, you think that you have to do incline push-ups and decline push-ups and wide grip push-ups and close grip push-ups, when at the end of the day, all you need to do if you want to build a bigger chest at home and take on one of these challenges is all you have to do is a standard push-up all the way up, all the way down, and then progress that movement to see more results as you get stronger. So what I mean by this is, whether you're doing an incline or a decline or a wide grip or a close, you're still activating the entire chest. Maybe you're placing a bit more emphasis on your upper chest when you're doing a decline push-up, and maybe you're placing a bit more emphasis on the lower chest when you're doing a decline push-up, right? But at the end of the day, that whole pectoralis major is still getting stimulated. You don't have to worry about the other crap. That's just filler exercises for content. It's cool to do sometimes, but at the end of the day, if you just focus on overloading the standard push-up, you're gonna see a lot more results. And for me personally, I've had push-up bars in my home gym for years. In fact, the push-up bars that I have are older than my workout partner. These things are probably like 24 years old. That's how long I've had them. And the reason why I have them is because I asked my father to get them for me when I was in 8th grade because I hated going to wrestling practice and not being able to do more push-ups than everyone. I wanted to get stronger. And so I took those push-up bars home that my dad got for me. I would train on them every single day, and at some point started bringing them to wrestling practice so that I could use those when the coach would have us do 50 push-ups, during practice, or 60 push-ups during practice, depending on, how rowdy we were. That was like the punishment to do push-ups. And so at a very young age, without realizing it, I was implementing something called nuclei overload training. And that's what you're gonna have happen to you. You're gonna implement nuclei overload training if you take on a challenge like 100 push-ups a day. And this is important. And it's important that you understand this because this is how you're gonna be able to do push-ups at home and see progression with your chest. Of course, at some point, you're gonna have to go to a gym or invest in some dumbbells or a bench press at home for more muscle stimulation, okay? But you can still get results at home with push-ups if you understand this very simple concept. Nuclei overload training, I've made videos about this before on my channel in the past. I'll link to some up here, wherever that question mark is. Essentially, it's just volume overload training on a muscle for 30 days. 100 reps a day is enough. And basically what you're doing is you're overstimulating that muscle and you're forcing it, because it's sensitive to muscle damage, to create more nuclei within the muscle. And the more nuclei you have, the more mass that muscle can hold, because each nuclei only holds a certain amount of mass. To put this in English, what that basically means is, muscle memory. Where you've gotten to a certain, let's say like your arms are pretty big like this, right? Then you don't work out for 2 years and they shrink. And then after you start working out for a couple weeks or maybe a month, they're right back to where they used to be. It's because although the amount of mass you have might decrease, the amount of nuclei in that muscle stays the same forever. So because the nuclei is the same from all the work you did, once you start exercising and getting eating right, all that nuclei regains its mass, boom, muscle memory. That's what it is. So getting bigger from doing a challenge like 100 reps a day, essentially what you're doing, as long as you're challenging yourself, is you're forcing more nuclei to be created in your chest. And then after that 100-day challenge is over, what you're supposed to do is not train your chest for 7 to maybe 12 days. Take that time completely off. And what that's going to do is it's going to resensitize your muscle to muscle damage so that when you start training again, you can hopefully create more nuclei. Think about it like this. You ever just train for a long period of time and then maybe you take a week or two off because of work, or maybe you go on vacation, or something just happens where you can't go to the gym, and up until that point you were still having good workouts but you weren't really getting sore anymore, and then all of a sudden you go back to the gym after a week or 12 days or 2 weeks total, and you do that first workout and everything hurts and you're like, why does everything hurt? I only took a week off. That's your body becoming sensitive to muscle damage again. So in short, if you take a challenge like 100 reps a day for 30 days and you do that and you're forcing that muscle to overload and create more nuclei within it, and then you take time off, let's say 14 days, okay, from that muscle, stop training it or do very light training, and then you do the 100 reps challenge again, chances are you can start to see some growth because of what I just explained to you. However, if the first 100 push-ups a day challenge you did was just body weight up and down, the second time you do it, you might want to use some push-up bars. Get some progression with the movement. Make the exercise harder. And just stick with a standard push-up because that's what's activating the entire chest. Or maybe you do the push-up bars and you want to do the challenge again at home. Put on a weighted vest. Put a plate on your back. Do something to progress the movement so that it is becoming harder as you get stronger. And if you do have a bench at home or you do have dumbbells at home, continue to do that challenge, every so often. I wouldn't recommend doing it like every other month, okay? Maybe do it like for a month for one body part and then go to another body part. Don't just do like 100 reps a day push-up challenge, for 6 months straight. You gotta give your body more time to rest than that. But what I am saying is every time you do it, understand what your fitness level is and then just make sure you're progressing the type of push-up that you're doing. It doesn't mean incline, decline, wide grip, close grip. Stick to a standard push-up that's gonna allow you to do the most range of motion and lift the most amount of weight, whether you're wearing a vest or putting weight on your back, and progress like that. So, can you build muscle at home doing push-ups? The answer is yes. But once you understand what something like nuclei overload training is and how to apply it, that's when you'll start seeing real results. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.